So they've known where we were all along. Well, what are you gonna do, Benny Yuri?
Why would you even need to ask? She can't actually be considering going. This has "it's a huge trap" written all over it.
But we can't get back to our world without the kaleidoscope.
And he has it. If we want to go back, we're gonna have to see him one way or the other.
We sit in a circle on the grass discussing our plans. Of course, our topic is what Usagi told us earlier. Hikage is summoning me. Me, with the final kaleidoscope shard. I have to wonder why it was in my hairpin in the first place, though. No matter how much I try to figure it out, nothing seems to come to mind. I can't stand it.
How about we ambush him? What?
I was thinking the same thing. I guess it only makes sense.
What do you mean by ambush?
While he's busy talking to you, we'll catch him off guard and steal the kaleidoscope. Even if he has it on him, he can't hold us all off at once.
Stealing it, though? That sounds dangerous.
But that might be our only way.
Even you're on board with this, Monshiro? Isn't there some way we could talk this out with him? He used to be our friend. Maybe he has his own reasons for doing this.
You actually think that would work?
It might be hard, but I don't like the idea of giving up before we even try. We might be able to come to some kind of an understanding, so I think we should give it a chance.
Wow, you really are something. That's a special kind of naivety you've got there.
Kurasaba's loud laughter pierces my ears.
He pointed a gun at you. You realize that, right? He tried to kill you. Dead. And then Kageha took a bullet protecting you from him. And you want to sit down for a little talk with him?
Well,
I mean, it's cute that you're all innocent like that, but it's time to put your grown-up pants on and face reality.
Yo, cool it with that. Hikage can't be trusted. You just need to keep him busy, Benny Yuri. We'll take care of the rest.
But...
It'll be fine. We got a shot in on him last time. Just leave it to us.
Yamato smiles gently at me, trying to ease my fears. Still, something about it pains me. They'll take care of it. I have to face reality? Even though you guys won't tell me anything. They don't treat me like an equal. I watch as the three of them discuss their plans, feeling left out and alone. I'm the only one who doesn't know anything. I'm the only one who can't do anything. Trapped in a cage of their kindness, I feel more alone than ever.
You're the one he's asking for, so you make the call on when we do this.
We can leave him hanging for a little while.
Benny Yuri, what will you do?
Oh. I have never had this choice before, so I'm gonna make a save. I guess I want to go now, because if I wait a little while, that leads to the common route ending, I think? Because before we, waited at least until morning, I want to say? I'm gonna take a guess and hope it's this. There's no time to waste. I want to go now.
You sure you're okay with that?
Yeah. We can't wait here forever. And I'm worried about Kageha.
True enough, I suppose.
Their worried faces are lined up before me. It's all right. We've got our trump card, the last shard. He won't do anything too rash. Let's go to him tomorrow.
Oh, wait. Isn't this just... Wait a minute. Have I hecked up? I'll keep going. I guess I can always come back to that save file if I made a mistake. Eek.
Afterwards, we first discuss whether or not we'll be able to negotiate with Hokage, and then whether or not we'll be able to return to our world, and whether or not the kaleidoscope is really the key to doing so. As the conversation continues, my head gradually starts to feel caught in a haze of uncertainty. I want to go back to our world, but I believed the way to do that was together, as friends who trusted one another. Even with all my sadness, all my pain, neither words nor tears escaped from me. We finish deciding our plan of action for tomorrow, and then head off to bed early in the hopes of being ready for whatever awaits us.
Are you guys gonna plan into the night again? Ooh, chapter 7.
I think that's the last chapter. This could be our last night in this world. I lie on the grass, carpeting the ground, and gaze up. Unsurprisingly, the glass roof is shrouded in mist. When we finish the kaleidoscope tomorrow, will we be able to return to a world with a star-filled night sky? Worry and anticipation crash over me like waves. And even on a night like this, I still hear their hushed whispers. Yep. They might end up taking on Hokage, so it's only natural that they try to plan it carefully. And yet, I can't help but find it hurtful that they'd hold another secret meeting even after we had all agreed to call it a night. I breathe a long, dejected sigh. I know tomorrow's our big day, but I feel as if my heart is withering away. In the beginning, none of us had any of our memories, and we could hardly tell left from right. So many strange and frightful things had happened, but I felt like I could face them because I wasn't alone. It's different now, though. I'm the only one without my memories. I remember more than I did before, but I'm also lonelier and more worried. Kaguya. I've been trying to avoid thinking about him, but still I whisper his name. He was hurt trying to protect me. He smiled for me, even with such a grave injury. Warmth and pain alike flow through me at the thought of it. With so many emotions building up inside me, all I want to do is cry. I remember when he told me.
Okay, so we're getting all the Kaguya stuff. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. And then she notices something. Oh, interesting. Okay, the sound of the rain led to Kaguya's ending. I am worried I'm going towards common root end, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I think Yamato's, not Yamato, Takia's ending is in chapter 7. So I am in chapter 7, but I don't know if I'm in the correct chapter 7. I guess I'll do this and keep going. I did make a save. I can come back. It's fine. Huh? Is that the butterfly? Butterfly? Is this something I've done before? Yes. Okay, I think I'll just keep it skipping ahead. You don't have to watch the common root showdown unless something changes. The fast shuffling by Hokage is pretty funny, though. Okay, so we're getting our memories back of what happened. And then... despair. And then we give in. Our boys try to save us. We crawl our way to Kaguya. He saves us again. This is playing out basically the same. Okay, we have to shoot him. Alright. And then we're going back to the real world. Okay. Epilogue. Is the epilogue different? I guess we'll see. It is! Okay, so once we're out of the hospital... Excellent. Okay, what's going on here? Yes! Math assignments all done! Now to get started on English. The living room is ablaze with the light of the setting sun.
The sounds of our pens scratching on paper echo through the room. No one from the family is home yet. It's been a week since I was discharged from the hospital. My physical condition is getting better and better. But I was told to wait and see, so I haven't been going to school. I've just been studying at home. My injuries are healed now, so I should be fine. When will I be able to go to school again? Doing nothing in this quiet house reminds me of being trapped in the manor again. Eek. We finished repairing the kaleidoscope and were able to return to the real world. And then, each of us woke up in the hospital, but we weren't able to see each other until we were discharged. I was told that they were all doing well, but I started to worry because I didn't get to see anyone. As I work on my assignments, I let out a sigh when I think of the others. Maybe I should text them and ask to meet. It might cause problems if they're not fully recovered yet, though. I hold my cell phone in my hand and hesitate. Oh! Suddenly, my phone rings.
Hi! Oh, so good to see you in reality. Nice watch.
Hey, been a while.
Takia! He calls me to the park. When I spot him, I notice that he's wearing his uniform. He looks like he's on his way home, his school bag at his side.
Sorry to call you all the way out here.
Not at all. It's been such a long time. Takia seems to have made a full recovery from his injuries. It really doesn't seem like he was in a coma for weeks.
Weeks. Alright.
It's been a while. I'm kind of nervous. Takia? Are you already back at school?
I started a couple days ago. Are you still taking time off? Sorry if I dragged you out here while you're still not feeling well.
No, I'm good. Dad and the doctor still want to wait and see, though. They're such worrywarts.
Well, we were in a coma for weeks. I don't blame them.
Yeah. I'm trying my best to make up for lost time.
I see.
Although it's setting, the summer sun is relentless. Takia's forehead is beaded with sweat. He rubs it off with the back of his hand. His claws are gone. He's totally back to normal. That's true. Actually, I'd say he looks even more mature than he did before.
Something on my face.
No, not at all. I was just thinking, we're really back, you know?
Feeling the heat like this is a miracle all in itself.
Oh, right! How's Kazuya? I heard he woke up too.
Yeah, same time as me. But he had been asleep for more than 10 years, so he's barely able to move.
But he's conscious, though. That's a relief.
Why don't we find some place to sit down?
I spot some swings out of the corner of my eye, so we take a seat on them. I look at the gold-lined clouds and wait for Takia to say something.
We used to play here a lot as kids, huh?
His words are a murmur.
Nothing's really changed, but I never realized how tiny this place is.
Yeah. The park didn't change, we just got bigger.
We're always changing.
He purses his lips tightly and looks at me.
I called you here today because I wanted to talk.
Huh?
It's about Kazuya. There's something I didn't tell you. Actually, I hid it from you.
His exaggerated tone makes me tense. I look at him without responding.
During that day at summer camp, I did something I can never take back.
What do you mean?
When I was a kid, I liked you.
Huh?
But I couldn't be honest with myself. I was just difficult all the time, and then I regretted it later. Kaz was quiet, but he's always honest. Seeing you and him so close made me mad. I wanted to talk to you, but we'd always just end up fighting. I wondered how Kazuya was able to get along with you so well. I guess it only made sense that we'd fight all the time, though.
Oh, really?
You remember how he tripped and hurt his leg during summer camp? You used that ribbon that was a keepsake of your mom's to bandage it up for him. And I pretended to tie it tighter when I was actually loosening it.
You what?
I hoped he would lose the ribbon, and that the two of you would get into a fight about it.
I bite my lip and kick up some dirt. Dust pops up into the air.
If he didn't go back to get the ribbon, none of it would have ever happened. The accident. It was my fault.
No! I was the one who suggested we all go exploring. It was me.
Not only that, though. There were times when I wished he was gone. When we were kids, and after we'd grown up. I went to see him in the hospital every day, but not because I was genuinely worried. It was to clear my guilty conscience.
Takia.
All I wanted was to be forgiven. I was so stupid, so selfish.
That's not true!
What?
You don't really mean it when you say you want Kazuya gone. I know you love him. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to keep visiting him in the hospital for the past 10 years.
I just felt guilty about it.
It wasn't just guilt. Takia, you always have such a kind face when you look at him. You were making the face of a big brother worried about his little brother.
Yeah? I don't see it myself.
I saw it. I've seen a lot of different sides of you in the manor. The strong side, the passive side too. But the side of you I always see the most is the kind one. Even without your memories, you were always worried about your brother. You were so desperate to get out of the manor as fast as you could. If atonement was your only motivation, you would have forgotten about visiting the hospital. That's how I know you really care about him. In that world, and in this one. I hold the chains on the swing and look at Takia. His deep blue eyes stare back at me.
I want you to know. I don't want to run away anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, you got some time right now?
I think so.
I want to go to Kazuya and apologize to him for what I did. I think I can say it now, but I don't know how I should act when I do.
Just go and visit him as his big brother. You'll be okay. You'll know what to do.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
We open the door to the room and are greeted with the sterile smell of a hospital. White walls and sheets. The clean and tidy room has a bed in the middle with Kazuya laying on top of it. Is he asleep? We stop in the doorway, hesitating. But then... his eyelids quiver a little and then slowly open. You already cut your hair? Aw, man! It's only been a week!
Bro. I love your robe, though. You look so cute. Ugh, you're so cute.
Takuya? Did I wake you? No, I was already up.
Kazuya.
Oh, Ai's here too? You two are making weird faces. What's up?
We look at one another briefly before Takia walks over to the bedside.
I have to apologize to you.
He still has the ribbon. Aww. Takia sits in a folding chair and starts explaining everything he said to me in the park. About how he envied Kazuya's honest personality when they were kids. About how he purposely loosened the ribbon. About how he wanted Kazuya and I to fight. Kazuya watches silently as his brother's face twists in pain.
Kaz, I'm sorry. I really am. I was jealous of you, and I thought some really horrible things. I ignored my own flaws, and how I couldn't be honest, and just wished that you and her wouldn't be able to be close. The ribbon was a total spur-of-the-moment thing, but it's the reason you were stuck alone in the manor. It's not something an apology can fix, but still, I just want to say that I'm sorry.
Takia bows his head as Kazuya stares at him. After staring expressionless for a few moments, he finally responds in a disaffected tone.
It's fine. What's done is done. No, but... You're an idiot, Tak. You had me thinking, like, what is this guy doing? Yeah. But I'm an idiot too. So, I guess we're a good pair. Huh?
He continues in a monotone voice.
I was jealous of you too. I can never say what I want. I'm clumsy, and I didn't have many friends. But you could do anything. You were popular everywhere you went. I was so jealous of you. I just wished you were gone. I knew you liked I. That's why when she gave me her ribbon, I showed it off to you on purpose. I wanted you to think I was closer to her than you were. You did. I was jealous too. And if you were suffering as much as I was, then I say we're even. What's done is done. We should just leave it at that.
His serene eyes don't waver at all, reflecting Takia's face back at him.
Let's just move on. Thank you for taking care of me when I was asleep all those years. Kazuya!
His voice shakes with emotion.
Yeah. Let's move on. And thank you for coming back to me.
Kazuya beckons for me to come over. That's right, I have to apologize too. I was the one who invited everyone to go exploring. That's what caused the accident in the first place. Kazuya, I have something to...
I don't need you to apologize. Just let me have your hand.
What? My hand?
In marriage.
I mean... Stopped dead in my tracks, I hold out my hand as directed. Oh, he's so happy and... Oh gosh, I'm getting so distracted. I'm literally right at Takia's ending, and I'm like, Kazuya's such a precious bean!
I need to give this back. Oops.
Oh! In my hand, I feel the familiar silken texture. It's Mom's ribbon.
I'm sorry I borrowed it for so long. It's thanks to this thing that I was able to make it for so long in that manner. It protected me, but now I'm giving it back.
Are you sure?
Yeah. The hope that I'd be able to give this back to you was the one and only thing that got me through it. And now, I finally can.
Okay. Thank you for taking good care of it. I start rolling the ribbon up, but I suddenly feel a tug at the end. I notice that Kazuya is pulling at the edge of it. Kazuya?
Will you still come to visit, even without it?
What do you mean?
I want to see you again. It doesn't have to be every day, but please. Please.
His sweet, imploring tone makes me smile. I take his hand in both of mine and reply in a teasing voice. If you ask like that, I'm gonna come every day. I'll be here even if you decide you hate me. Even if you cry and tell me you want to be alone, I'm still going to be here next to you. Is that what you want, Kazuya? I say it, mock threateningly. He laughs. And then...
Yep, that's what I want.
His smile is the brightest I've ever seen. And with a whisper that only I can hear,
Thanks for saving Takia. Take good care of him.
He says it with a gentle smile on his face. Okay, for a half a second I'm like, did I get Kazuya's ending by accident?
Supposedly no good at talking, but he always seems to get the point across. He's not bad with words at all.
On our way home from the hospital, Takia is mumbling to himself as we walk. The dusk sky has already given way to night. The clear summer sky glitters with the light of countless stars. I wonder if Takia heard the last thing Kazuya said to me. Take good care of him. I look over and suddenly our eyes meet. My heart starts to race.
You're always soft on Kazuya.
What? He scratches his cheek for a second, then falls silent. The awkward silence continues. I can't bear it any longer, so I look down at the ribbon in my hand. The one light in the darkness was something precious to me. Mom gave this to me. She said it would lead to a wonderful future someday. This ribbon taught me to believe in hope and to overcome despair. It has changed hands many times and is filled with all manner of emotions. And now it has found its way back to me. I had hoped I would have become a better woman by the time I could wear this. Would it suit me now?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just remembered that I wanted to grow into the kind of person who deserves to wear this ribbon when I was little. My hair was short then, but maybe I can tie it now.
I'll do it for you.
Huh? But if it doesn't go, I'll be hurt. I'd rather do it privately at home.
Just gimme, and stay still.
I figured you'd be good with doing hair for some reason. Oh.
Gotta make sure it really stays on this time.
His slender fingers comb through my hair. He takes the ribbon and starts tying my hair with it. The movement of his hands is delicate despite his rough appearance. I feel my cheeks getting hot. What's the deal? It's not like you to do something like this for me.
Learn from Kazuya. There, done.
How is it?
It looks nice on you.
Oh! The raw emotion in his words reaches straight to my heart, turning my face red all the way to my ears.
I've thought that since we were little. That you'd look good with a ribbon on, that is.
You should have told me when we were kids, then.
I'm saying it now because I couldn't do it back then.
Doesn't it feel better to be honest with yourself? We exchange smiles, and it really feels as though we've returned to our childhood.
Can I tell you one other thing I kept secret?
There's still more?
Yeah. I hid something real important.
Gulping, I look up at him. With his face bright red, Takia speaks.
I said I liked you, but the truth's a little different. Liked isn't quite accurate.
What does that mean?
It means what it means. I still like you. Since long before we were reunited. I like you.
I'm surprised. I freeze, unable to respond. Takia starts to rub his cheeks, as if trying to remove some of their redness.
I didn't see you for 10 whole years. It's not that I didn't remember you. It's that I just couldn't bring myself to face you. You were so cheerful. I forgot that you might have forgotten it all and lived happily. I thought you'd have moved on, and I'd still be caught up in the past.
Takia.
But when we reunited, I realized you had been frozen in time for 10 years too. There was a shadow over you, and it was like there was this wall around you. I felt like we were the same, and that made me even more interested in you. We had no memories in that manner, but we still let our past drag us down. I was annoyed every day thinking that I had to go back to someone whose face I couldn't even remember. And you were always living in fear, worrying that one of us might disappear. The way we expressed our feelings was different, but we both agonized over them in the same way. Because of that, I just couldn't leave you alone. I was always worried about you. Maybe it was only because I thought you were the only person who could understand my own pain. I know that wasn't fair. I was projecting my own weakness onto you and feeling relieved because of it.
I was the same.
But even though you were hurt, even though you were suffering, you still tried to overcome it. To me, you were so strong. You haven't changed since we were little. Wait, no, that's not right. To me, you were even stronger and brighter than you were back then, and I felt for you even harder. Thanks to your encouragement, I gathered the strength to face Kazuya. I want to show the same strength to you. I want you by my side.
Takuya. The sincerity of his confession grips my heart. Surprise and confusion mingle. The pain I feel is joyful in a way. I
know this isn't like me.
Not at all. Thank you for that, Takia.
I don't know how to take that. What do you really think of me?
Well? His inquiring eyes make me hesitate. But I look straight into his eyes as I tell him how I feel. I had a feeling we felt the same way too. Everyone else kept changing, so I was happy that you were just the way I remembered you in the past. Not that change isn't important, but it's not that we didn't want to change. We were just running away, and we didn't want to move on. That's why we were forced to confront all our issues with Natsu and Kazuya and everything else at the manor. It was frightening. It felt like I was being backed into a corner. But we managed to change and overcome it all. Painful things, sad things, unexpected things. They'll keep happening. But, I pause for a moment. If we can change together. Nobody knows what tomorrow has in store. But if I can change alongside you, Takia, I think it'll be all right. I just feel like if you're with me, we can overcome anything together. Together. Oh! The darkness of night makes it mysteriously easy to find the right words. Realizing how bold what I just said was, I quickly shut my mouth. Sorry. I think I said too much. You might not have wanted to hear some of that.
No. I'm glad to hear what you really think.
He looks at me with gentle eyes, then places his hand on my cheek. And you don't pull away this time.
Even if the unexpected happens, you'll be alright if you're with me. You really think that? That we can overcome it together?
I think so, but I guess I'm not 100% certain. I find myself holding back slightly, too embarrassed to admit the strength of my feelings.
Yeah, nobody knows for sure. So, you want to give it a shot?
Give what a shot? Without a moment to reply, he grabs my arm. And just as I look up, a shadow falls upon me, and my dry lips feel something warm. Gimme. My mind goes blank. I didn't know what was happening. Takia?
Well, how was it?
Huh?
Something unexpected happened to you. And you said you'd be alright so long as you were with me. So, was that true?
How would I know when you surprise me like that?
How about once more, then? It won't be a surprise this time.
A few moments pause. He gives me time to turn him down, but my gaze is captured by the heated look he gives me as he draws closer. I accept him. And you give me a picture? Yay! Woohoo! Man, that gives me icky feels, but I love it. I don't resist or turn the face away. Also, why did your shirt come undone? Ah, who cares? The heat from his body spreads to my own. It doesn't feel real. It's like I'm floating in a dream.
Hey, I want you to tell me how you feel. You okay being with me?
Now he's just teasing me. The fact that I didn't turn him down should be answer enough, but he's making me admit it. Come on, you already know my answer. How come you're always teasing me like that?
Because you won't say it.
I can't help but be endeared by his expression. I smile as the truth slips out of me. I like you too. With you, Takia, I think everything will be alright. No matter what happens, we can overcome it. We can move on, as long as we're together. Oh! He embraces me tightly, and I return the hug.
I knew I always liked you.
Yeah, you just told me.
Just let me say it. I had to hold it in for a long time. I like you.
We smile at each other again. It's similar to the smiles we had as kids, but also distinctly different. It's the smile of two people who are alike. And then, we start walking again. We hold hands as we make our way down the darkened path. We don't know what awaits us on this endless path. Yesterday, I would have hesitated. But now, Takia is by my side. As long as I can feel the warmth of his hand in mine, whether it rains tomorrow, or storms the day after, or the sun never shines ever again, no matter how steep the hill may be, I'll be able to hold my head high and keep moving forward. That's what I think.
I can take it slow. There might be times when I turn to see what's behind us. But I'll continue walking forward, without ever stopping. As long as I'm with her, I know I'll be okay.
No, that was an anime as heck ending. It was so sweet. Ah, gosh. Oh man, now I really gotta reevaluate my endings. Because basically, the best ending happened with the added benefit of I and Takia ending up together at the end. It was obvious that they both really cared for each other, especially in the real world ending too, where you see how they connected right away again. She was definitely very interested in him. Sorry, Aki, but she was very interested in him. And I feel like they would have gotten together without the whole Psychedelica thing happening, but because it happened, they're able to have dealt with their grief in a shorter amount of time. It gave them the opportunity to do that and draw closer as well. So, dang, man. Now I'm that might be my favorite stuff. Aw, man. Why are the good endings so freaking satisfying? Except for, Kaguya's. Kaguya's was just bittersweetly sad. But, yeah, Hikage's was very satisfying, but they didn't end up together. And then this was very satisfying because it's the best world ends with the added bonus of, we got a boyfriend now! So I'm like, ah. But I'm very happy. I loved it. I love that ending. It was so good. So good. Ugh. Just the wholesomeness I needed. After... Ugh. Bound by a Ribbon is the achievement we got. After, you know, Dear Brother in Taisho Alice, I needed this. Ah, that was great. I love that. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Takia ending. But, alas, we're done with this again. I'm definitely going into Taisho Alice in a better mood than last time. I'm not, like, crying my eyes out. I'm just like, man, I'm just so happy, and that was great. What a great thing we just experienced together. So, yeah, but, I mean, we're done with this for now. We did all our endings for Yamato / Takia. So we're going back to Taisho Alice, and, we've got a Moon Prince, I guess, waiting for us. Kaguya is next. I'm probably gonna horribly mix up his name and Kazuya's name, jumping back and forth. It doesn't help that they're, like, right next to each other in play order, but anyway. That's where we're going to next, so hopefully you guys will be able to join me for that. Thanks again for joining me for this, though, guys. Thank you, Intro, for interrupting my outro, as always. And until next time, I will see you later.